Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome, welcome. So, whether you're tuning in from Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, I am just so happy that you're here. If you're new here, I am Lassyfly, and this is our sacred space where we dive into the magic of the universe together. So, before we get started, please take a second to tap that like button, follow if you haven't already, and subscribe over on YouTube so you never miss another session. As always, I'm going to be kicking this thing off with a collective reading so we could tap into the energy that we need to know right now. Then we're going to dive into our topic of aliens and the astral realms, I believe. So take a deep breath, drop a magical emoji in the chat if you're ready, and let's get into it. I'm just going to take a second to share this really quickly on Facebook. One second. How is everybody today? Today is Saturn day. So I think I'm going live twice today. Right now and then tonight, I believe. For Sexy Saturn Day. We're just going to do like a couple cards or whatever. See what comes out. And then we just hop off, I guess. So how is everybody? Hello, hello. Say hello. So I know you're here. I see a couple of, or a comment, and a couple of comments on YouTube. I just want to share really quickly, and then I can start pulling these cards. Sorry, just one more. My computer is like going really, really slow, so I don't like it. Come on. All right, so here we go. I think I'm done. I think so. Sorry. Yeah, so let me just get back to my okay, there we go. Let's see what we have. All right, I like it. Oops. What do we have? Oh, wow. I'm ready to the bottom of the day, but I'm going to shuffle out. So. Hi, how are you? How are you today, beautiful? I totally forgot yesterday I had something to do. Oops, Oh, sorry. I already got some cards. Oh, what the hell? She's just falling. Okay. So, we have some energies here. We have Oh, okay. I thought there was more than one of those, but there's not. So, let's see. You do have that. So the bottom of the deck energy that we have going on right here, we have it's in reverse. This is the Seven of Pentacles. So if sevens are resonating for you, angel number seven's coming out. It's actually at the bottom of that one too, is Seven of Chalices, but we got Seven of Pentacles. This is Taurus energy. This is Saturn energy. And this is about people being possessive. Maybe even material things could be happening, because if you look at it like, so there could be like some material things going on. You've been working on sourdough too? What? I love that for you. Oh my gosh, you're so awesome. Tell me how it's going. How long? Oop, I'm dropping cards. How many days has it been? Because you can definitely start making. It's been a month. Oh, okay. Yeah, so you can definitely start making stuff. If it's doubled like 3 days in a row, you could definitely like make bread. Um, so this is, I was looking at the book to see what this is with the because it talks about astrology. So this is the astrology associated with Virgo, Saturn, and this is the elements of Earth. So this actually has that Saturn symbol that I have on my leg, actually. Um, I don't know, I woke up like 3 years ago now. I want to say it's been 3 years. And it was like a burn mark, but it wasn't a burn mark. I wasn't burned by anything, but it looks like a burn mark. And it's in the shape of a Saturn symbol. I don't know. So yeah, this is people being like possessive of things, or even just being really materialistic. We are trying to get out of that, like where we're trying to almost being greedy and like showing people like I got this and you don't, like type of energy. Um Maybe you have a lot of things. Maybe you are better off than people around you, and you show these things to them, and you um could even be helping them if you wanted to, but you don't, and you just choose to continue to like flash your things in their face. Not saying that you are. Maybe this is happening to you, and you're just like, oh, I can't stand this motherfucker. But either way, this is the opportunity, like with this new season that's coming in. It is the new season. We just had Ostara. So like with this new year coming in, growth, abundance. People have been also getting like in the messages lately, like money is coming. So if this is you, like they're saying, like use this as an opportunity to do things differently this time. If you're able to help people. Don't hoard things, don't hoard your wealth, because other people could use your help, especially right now. Like, you know, this economy is horrible, so helping each other, not necessarily just like your neighbors and stuff like that, but just like community, like bartering instead, like exchanging services and things. So it doesn't have to just be monetary stuff. Maybe you're skilled at something, or they're skilled at something, or you have something that they need, and you have something, or they have something that you really want. And just getting into the energy of learning to give back, learning to share, learning to be able to not keep everything for yourself if that's the energy that you've been in. Hi, how are you? So if it's too runny for me, I actually put less water. My arm is itching. I put less water. I put less water like all the time because it was getting really, really runny for me and I didn't like that. So you could just do a really good feed where you just give it flour and it will really, really love that if it's not like doubling yet. Because mine used to take so freaking long for it to double. And then one day I just decided I was going to just feed it like flour. And I didn't give it any water. I just gave it like flour. And I don't discard that much. I found out also from my own experience, I used to discard to like the very smallest amount. And then I realized it takes a whole lot longer for it to like to actually like feed because there's barely any sourdough. So now I put like a good amount of sourdough starter in there and then I feed it like way more. So I don't actually know how much starter. I just literally say it's starter because I usually do the measurements on my, let me show you. Okay, hold on. Okay, so the red line is basically where once she was fed, that's where it was. She's already risen, you can tell, because she was up to here at one point and then she dropped back down. But she's been in the fridge because I don't need to bake right now. But before I fed her, I probably had like down to this line, like right down here of starter. It could have even been less. So it was just full of starter. And then I just like, I don't discard anymore. Anything that I use with this, it's to bake. And then when it's getting low, I just feed her a bunch. So, like I said, it was down to here, like probably down to here. It's probably less than that. And then I fed her up to here. So I don't know how much starter it was, but then I gave her like 400 grams of flour. And then that's what she went up to. She went up to here at one point. You can kind of see where she was at. So she definitely doubled. Um, yeah, but like if you put more starter in, it will it like grows faster. Um so I don't know if that makes it better for you. Like I don't discard down. I used to do like how you were doing, like the 1 and 1. Like now I leave a good amount in there, and then I just feed that shit like hella flour. And I actually need to wipe her out because she's wet, but that's okay. She's in the fridge anyways. Yeah, that totally cut me off. Like I just totally stopped reading for that. But it's like I love it, so sorry. But that's me sharing information. See, I'm not hoarding anything. I'm not gatekeeping anything. Um, so yeah, back to what I was saying. Um, we also have this chalice energy right here. This is emotions. This is two. So this is choices, but this is also a partnership. So take that how that resonates for you. But this is Cancer Moon. So maybe, you could be in this honeymoon stage where like look at them. They're like having this romance. It's like this honeymoon, you know. And so you could be in this new stage. It doesn't even have to be with a partner, it could be with yourself. And basically, they're asking for you to start filling your cup or sharing, if you have a partner, sharing. Um, sharing yourself in ways that you weren't before. You know, they're asking you to allow yourself to really drink in this love, as in it's the cups, but they're saying like to really just like take this in, to really share this emotion, share this part of you, this vulnerability. But even if it's not with a person and it's with yourself, like that's that Two of Cups. It's you having that choice to choose you, to dive so deep, to really drink into yourself and nourish yourself if you're not in a relationship, you know. But this is the time for you to really like quench your thirst for yourself. This is that honeymoon phase. You're just like, I want to get to know everything about you. I want to dive so deep into this. And they're asking you to do that. But this could also, like I said, be with yourself. It doesn't have to be with a partner. But if you're with a partner, this is the chance to like really dive deep and get to know each other. This is the time to really be so authentic, because authenticity is needed. And not only that, because this is like that emotions, the cups, the chalices, like you being so authentic in this, with this being the golden age and you being who you are and them being who they are, like this vulnerability, this realness, this rawness, like it's going to overflow. It's going to be something so beautiful. So allow it to happen. Oh, you're welcome. I love it. Like I've only figured out things that make it like better for me, because like you said, at one point it was really fucking like not watery. It was never watery. It was just it would get hooch because there would be too much, or it would even sometimes get water separation, and I'd be like, what the hell? I didn't feel like I put that much water in it. So I put less water, but having less water in your starter also means that like my bread was less gummy, because my bread, I had 7 loaves out of the entire experience. And I've been making, I don't know how many fucking loaves of bread now. I lost count, but I know I had 7 gummy loaves, and it was like, my kids thankfully ate it. They threw that shit in the toaster. It made it better, but like they were gummy. You know, you could just tell, like looking at it, like that shit looks, that doesn't look like real bread. That's weird. But just throwing it in the toaster helped and stuff. But now my bread looks like beautiful. It even like I can squish it. Oh, I can show you right now. I have just made bread. I made bread yesterday. No, the other day, but I cut it yesterday. And but this is what my bread looks like now. So now it's like you can like squeeze it and, well, not squeeze it, but you know, it's before, I don't know, you can use this bread to like make sandwiches and stuff. It looks like real like bread. I don't know. Before, the bread that I was making, it was like gummy, but it didn't like move. It was like stiff when you would, like, this is, I don't know. It looks like real bread to me. If you would have saw the old bread that I made, the 7 loaves, that you'd have been like, okay, you tried. But this looks like real bread. So I don't know. But I just right now have been keeping it in this because we're going to use it tonight. We're having burgers. So I sliced it up and then I put the rest of it, because I made 2. This is jalapeno cheddar on one side and this is just regular on the other. But then I took half and half and put the other loaf inside the freezer so that it stays good. But slice your bread first before you put it in the freezer. Okay, just saying. And right now I haven't put it away, but I just have a little shower cap over it to keep it moist, kind of, but from keeping it drying out. Okay, see, you can distract me so easily with sourdough. Just get me started on that. You can make so many things. See, that's a little love card too, right there. Falling in love with like yourself and the things that you can make, and girl, it's amazing. I love it. I make so many things. You can make cakes, like you could put it in cake too, like in cake mix. Like there's a little chart thing that I found where you can substitute like other things and then use sourdough starter instead, so you can use your discard like on anything and everything. But yeah, I put sourdough in everything. Everything. So, yep. Nourish this love, you know, share this love, be authentic, let it grow, and watch where it goes now. Whether it be in a relationship or with yourself, just watch where it goes, especially with this authenticity. And with that moon, like using your intuition, seeing through illusions, you know, you guys just really coming together and it just being something so beautiful. We also have, you know, walking away from things. We have this Six of Swords. So this could be you walking away from like total chaos, because if you noticed it behind, maybe you didn't, but if I had the black light, it would be even better. It's a whole ass tornado. That's like you're walking away from chaos. You're walking away from, you know, just so much like upheaval. Is that how you say it? But you're feeling like you're lost, like you're confused, like I don't know what to do. I don't even know where to start. Like everything was just destroyed, you know, through this storm. But they're saying like, don't look at it that way. Yeah, everything was just destroyed. Yeah, everything looks like, God, I have to start over. It just tore everything that I had. It just tore it all down. And it's like, technically, this is like your tower. We're using this storm, this tornado, to cleanse and clear away all the things that don't align with you anymore. We're literally ripping that shit apart. So they're asking for you to look at it in a different way. It no longer serves you. And this is your opportunity to use this storm as a clean slate, as a new beginning. It's a whole fresh start. What are you going to rebuild now that everything has been torn apart? It didn't align with you. It didn't serve you. So the universe says, I have something so much bigger, something so much better for you. You think this is what you want? Maybe that's you settling for temporary happiness. Let me just rip all of this shit out your life, because none of this is benefiting or serving you. And let me show you how powerful you are, because you are about to recreate everything. You're about to start over, and in the most beautiful way, because you are going to be authentic to yourself. You are going to choose yourself. You're going to pour into yourself. You're not going to continue in this energy of holding back, you know, being materialistic or anything like that. You're like, no, I don't align with that anymore. That's what happened. I was so materialistic, or I was so into these illusions and these things that didn't serve me. The universe ripped it all out of my life. So now I'm starting over. And they want you to remember that you have everything that it takes. Right now, you might not realize that. And that's why they're telling you, this is, my mic is in the way. This is the Strength card coming out for us. Oh, that other card was Aquarius and Mercury energy. So this is Leo. You know, this is you being dramatic about this tornado that just happened. You're not ready to face it. And that's what they're telling you. Like that's also that Two of Chalices, where you have that crossroads energy. You have this choice to see it as a clean slate, or you can continue on with this illusion, and then you're going to play into it and be like, oh, I'm a victim. Everything was destroyed in this natural disaster or whatever. Maybe it wasn't really, but whatever was just torn apart. You could use this as a time to cower, to be able to fall in weakness, to be able to slip into depression, to be able to slip into anxiety. And they're like, no. Don't you remember who you are? They're like, flip the freaking script. Don't you remember? Flip the card. Baby, this is you. And you need to check your inner monologue. They're like, we don't like the way you talk to yourself. Quit telling yourself that you don't deserve more. That didn't resonate with you. That didn't align with you. That's why we ripped that shit out your life. Quit claiming that. That's not you. That's not your story. You are meant to shine. You are strength. You are the divine. Who do you think is stopping you? Who do you think is holding you back? It's you. Because you are telling yourself this. You are allowing yourself to play victim in situations, to be weak in situations, to give your power away in situations. And they're like, we don't emphasize with that monologue that you're telling yourself. We don't empathize it. We don't claim that. Why are you telling yourself this? So if this is you, if you are telling yourself these things, if you are out here feeling like, oh my God, I just lost all of this, stand in your power. They're saying, like, this is your strength. This is your chance to prove to yourself, I'm able to do this. I've been doing this. So what the hell are you playing weak for? Get up. Got this also in reverse. Remember, I told you, fix your fucking crown. Fix your crown. This is Capricorn energy. This is Aquarius. So this is a whole bunch of air. Fix your crown, king. And remember, I told you, call her king. Fix your crown, queens, whoever, but fix it. This is the energy of us not being able to decide. And that is what they were saying when we had that Two of Chalices. That was that crossroads. You need to be able to use your logic. You need to know, you don't have to be like, paranoid. You don't have to be defensive about things, especially when, it's just people who don't even like or love themselves and they're saying these things to you or about you, and you're hearing it and you're taking defense, and then it makes you feel like, oh, I'm not going to act on that because this is what they're saying and this is what they're, thinking about me. So they don't even like or love themselves. So you don't need to be indecisive about it. You don't need to be paranoid or even defensive, because they're like, all of this that you're jumping to conclusions on, it's like baseless fact. They don't even know. Remember, that strength card just came out. They're like, flip the script and send in your power. This is all baseless fact. They don't even know you because they don't even know themselves. Now, if they got to know themselves, they could know you, because you are a reflection of them. You are the mirror that's being held up, and they don't like what they see. So they get defensive. They could be paranoid. They could be spreading all these lies like they had before, you know, with the little gossip, lies, and slanders card the other day that had came out. I know I didn't come on yesterday, I was busy, but I have to actually use that deck in a minute, so I don't have to, but I'm going to, because that's what it was called. But again, choices. This is a whole bunch of air energy coming out. So this is your opportunity to choose. This is Libra, this is Venus. So that's what they're telling me. My mom's coming out and she's like, hey, guess what? Crossroads. We're at crossroads. You know, I've given you 2 different cards that are telling you you are at these crossroads. And they're like, they're similar paths. Neither one is wrong. I've been telling you guys that. There is no wrong, there is no right. It's just different. It doesn't make anybody better or anything to be considered like awake or whatever they want to call themselves. Like, you're not better because you're enlightened and somebody else isn't. It's just different. They're literally the same paths, but they're different. One, somebody is actually willing to acknowledge these truths. The other, they're not there yet, but there's coming a time that veil's falling. They're going to have no choice. But if they're not ready, there's always that resting spot. There's always that place where they can go and do more work. But it doesn't make anybody better, because you're still going to wind up in the same place. You still are from source. You still are source. And no matter what, you're always going to go back to source, even if it takes you a little bit longer. So it's not better. It's just different. And one might take longer than the other, but it doesn't matter. Nobody woke you up. Nobody forced you to do anything. It happened when it was supposed to. Divine timing. Trust. So it doesn't make you better. It doesn't make them better. But the crossroads is here. They're the same path. They're just a little bit different. So she's asking for you to choose the one that is going to offer you the most mental balance. Which one is going to align with you the best and make it to where you have balance. We don't need you to be in fear. We don't need you to be in depression and paranoia, defensive, angry. We don't need any of that. That's the path that takes you longer, but that's also the path that is no longer going to be able to vibrate here. Vibration is raising. So the path that you're going to choose, hopefully, is the one that's going to be the most mental balance for you, the one that brings you the most stability, the most the most balance, the most yin and yang. You know, you need duality, the most duality. And there she goes with them birds. That one's an owl. Yesterday, when I was done and I went home, we went on a walk last night. My mom was showing out for me. We had just stepped off the curb and started walking to the park. So we were like, the park is like nowhere near us, but like it is near us. It's like a 5-minute walk, but where I'm at is not near us. Okay. So I'm stepping off and we're getting onto this, we're like in the street and we're walking onto this other curb to be able to cross into the crosswalk. And right when we get to the crosswalk, what the fuck? Crosswalk. Yeah. Little, but I'm thinking crossroads. Either way, you still had to figure out. Okay. So crossroads, crosswalk. Two ravens land in a tree and one on the apartment complex that I'm standing in front of waiting to cross the street. And I sit here and I'm telling everybody that's with me, I'm like, look, it's Akate, it's my mom, it's my mom. She's sending me these ravens. So we're walking more. 2 more ravens pop up. And then we're walking and everybody's just walking and I'm just sitting here and I'm like saying it again. But then I'm having this whole conversation in my head and I said, okay, mom, if it's really you, show me a black dog. We're walking. 2 more ravens pop up. They're all in like little pairs. Because I know the crows, they be in like huge, but I believe the ravens like find their partner and they stay with them like forever. But they don't really go in packs like they do crows. So I'm thinking they're ravens. But I did see the crows and I did hear them cawing at me, and they were cawing at me in the morning. So I got up because I'm just like, the window was open and I could hear them. So I'm getting up, but I'm telling her, send me a black dog. So I'm walking and I see another one, and then there's this raven like walking down like in the street. It's like on the sidewalk, and I see this big ass bird just walking and shit. So then it gets up and it's like walking across the street, and my husband, we're sitting here talking about how it's just walking, it's not flying, it's just walking. And you know, it's just like all around us, like all the birds are just like that would be coming, they'd just be like watching. So I'm crossing the street now and we're going to the park. When I get to the park part, they're like right outside the park, there's like this little book box like for the library books and stuff. They're not library books, but they're just like, it's like a book library, you can get books. Well, I'm looking at those before I even go to the park, so I have no idea what's even going on in the park. Plus there's bushes and there's trees and there's like 2 different playgrounds, so I can't really see if there would be a dog necessarily. Plus I wasn't paying attention to that, I was looking at the books. So I had set that intention, if it's you, mom, and all these birds are for me, send me a black dog. So after I'm done looking at the books, we start walking into the actual park. The first fucking thing I see is a lady walking a black dog. And I just start telling everybody, like, that's my mom. She literally sent me a black dog. I was like, after we saw all them birds, I literally had a conversation with her and I told her, send me a black dog. So my husband tells me, well, what if it's not that? Why didn't you ask her? What if it was supposed to be a brown dog? Why did she send me 3 fucking brown dogs to basically prove to my husband, like, okay, well, then we'll send you a brown dog. Here's 3 of them. Then we're walking some more, and here comes another black dog. And I was like, see, like, I told you she was sending me black dogs. You said, what if it was a brown dog? So either way, she sent black dogs and brown dogs. But she was letting me know, like, yeah, you're going to get these dogs because you're asking for it. I'm going to show you. But this is very much the energy of the crossroads. This is the energy that she is telling you. This is the choice that you have to make, to choose yourself, to believe in your strength, to not give in to these moments where you feel like it is weakness, where you feel like you have to be a victim, where things are, you're feeling not aligning. That tornado was very much an opportunity to restart, to cleanse. It was very much a tower moment in that 6 of Swords. They were like, let's just tear all this shit away because it does not serve you. It does not align with you. So you have 2 different crossroads come out with that. 2 of Chalices. Are you going to choose to love you? Are you going to choose to be vulnerable if you have a partner but still love yourself? Are you going to choose stability for your mental health? Or are you going to continue with this imbalance, doing it all, having so much anxiety because you can't meet deadlines that you have to meet? You can't meet unrealistic standards that they set for you. Whatever it may be. The choice is yours to choose yourself. So, what are you choosing? Let's see what else we got to know. What do we want to know? So, she said, choose yourself. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Okay, mama. Literally, your very first card, Quantum Jump. Jump into your highest fucking timeline. is yours, and it's here. And it's waiting to align with you. There's that balance, that duality right there. Not to mention, I think that's a mantis, or it could be a grasshopper, but I know it's a part of the little notes that I have for the aliens. But this is you quantum jumping into that. Opportunity is here, is present. That's like, oh, this reminds me of like, I know it's in a square, but it just gives me energy of like doorway, portal doorway, like walking through it. But also here's the confirmation with the red door, opportunity. You know, this is the opportunity for you to go within and to see your highest timeline, to bring it into this reality. It's here. Like, it's knocking. The opportunity is knocking. It's waiting, and it's telling you, bottom of the deck, it's in you. More strength card. It's in you. Bottom of that fucking card, claim your power. It's in you. Your opportunity is now to quantum jump into your power if you're not already standing in it. Or if you're kind of on the fence and you're at that crossroad and you're like, whoa, this is scary, but oh my God, I kind of like it, but oh my God, I'm losing shit, I'm losing people, I'm probably losing my mind, but they're like, choose the mental stability, choose yourself, and everything else is going to fall into place. Anything that doesn't align with you is going to fall away, and that is okay, because I'm going to bring you something so much better. Look at the abundance. It's all in you. Claim your power. Jump. That's the number 36, the number 16, the number 24, and the number 25. Take those angel numbers how they resonate. But it's already in you, baby. It is you. Claim your power. What are you afraid of? You magical. What else do we need to know? Oh my God, I can't pick those up. All right, tell me what else. Y'all better stand in your power. Quantum jump. These timelines are collapsing. Everything is shifting. Quantum jump into that highest timeline, into your power. They're also telling you to travel. Maybe that will help you. Maybe that will open you up to new experiences, new energies. So, quantum jump, travel. They said, stop looking for love and love yourself. What have I been saying? That Two of Chalices didn't have to be with a romantic partner. It could be with yourself. Pour into yourself. Fall in love with yourself. It's good for your health. What else? Oh, because money is coming. They tore all that shit away from you that does not align, that is not serving you. They're saying fall in love with yourself because it's good for your health, and it's also going to bring you wealth. And you know what's funny is because yesterday that message came to me, my mom, Hakate. She straight up even used the words wealth. She was like, I know you always say abundance is in many forms, because I do. I tell you guys all the time. Abundance doesn't have to be money. Abundance is waking up and doing whatever the fuck you want to do. And I always tell the universe, like, I want to be blessed in all forms of abundance. I always send blessings in all of its beautiful forms to other people. So she was like, I know how you roll. So I'm not saying abundance. I'm saying wealth. And she's like, I want to bless you with wealth. The universe wants to bless you with wealth. But we need you to do these things. You need to do all of these things. And here she is telling me again. But she's also telling other people, if you resonate, take what resonates for you. They want to bless us in so many ways. And now they're like, I want to give you wealth. Because the fucking tides are turning, they're shifting, they're coming in, whatever you want to call it. The tables are turning, things are shifting, towers are crumbling, and things are about to start changing. She's letting me know. She let me know yesterday. This is why. Because she's like, this oligarchy is crumbling. We're doing our part. We are, us witches. We're doing our part. We know. But there's also the collective healings and things that are coming. Like everything is taking its part in raising this vibration and quite literally removing the veil. There's still some more shit, so it's thin. It's so thin, but it's not quite dropped yet. It's almost there. It's almost there. But she's saying things are changing. She's like, there's only so many people who have money. And some people even have these bad relationships with money, these thoughts where they're like, I don't know, if I have money, then that associates me with bad because bad people have money, and or whatever your thoughts are. Oh, I don't know if I deserve to have that much money. Like, she's like, cut out that monologue, because remember, they don't empathize with that monologue. She's sitting here saying, like, it's time, the tables are turning, and we want the healers. We want the people who are out here, who are actually doing the work, who are actually, standing in their power. We want to bless you up. We want to show you. We know for so long you went without, but we want to give it to you. And it's been coming out in almost every freaking reading that I've done this last week. Money is coming. Abundance is coming. She's like screaming it. And I know I'm not the only witch who works with her. And that doesn't mean that you have to be a witch to work with her. So if she has been calling to you, she's asking you to choose you, to do the work. You know what that is, because I know what it is too. And I'm doing it. She knows. She got to nudge me sometimes. She got to get on me. She throws me all kinds of signs, but she's saying, pay attention. She's saying, do it and watch. Watch how all the things that you have wanted, all the things that you've been creating, actually manifest for you. And the universe supports you. The universe is always conspiring in your favor. So claim your power. Claim your birthright. Abundance, wealth, optimal health, prosperity. That is your birthright. They're not luxuries. They're your birthright. Joy, pleasure, that is your birthright. You need to feel these things. You need to be able to be in these energies to even receive these things. So don't be afraid to stand in these powers, to claim these energies. Oh, I don't know, that's scary if I'm always happy. You don't have to have things go wrong. You don't have to think that, oh, whole life I've struggled, maybe I have to struggle forever. No. Maybe your whole life you just kept claiming those things, and you just kept putting yourself in situations that were not aligning with what was your highest timeline. So the frequency just kept matching those vibrations, and that's what was manifesting for you. And they're trying to, like, hey, I'm sending you angel numbers, I'm sending you songs, I'm sending you quotes, I'm sending you affirmations, I'm sending you downloads, I'm sending you all these different signs to let you know, raise your vibration, raise your vibration. Because then you can connect with me, then you can hear me, then you can know who you truly are, then you can have access to all the true things that are like inside of you, because nothing is outside of you. So don't be afraid to stand in your power. Don't be afraid to tap into these gifts and strengthen them, to learn yourself, to love yourself. That's literally what you came here to do. Learn something new. What are you going to learn? But the time is now. Start learning new things. She's so funny. She's got that crossroad for you again. Choose a new path. But choose the one that is going to align with you. Bottom of the deck. They have good intentions. Choose the one where they have good intentions. Choose the ones where you have good intentions. But choose a new path. The time is now. She's like screaming it at you. So act on it. All right. That was a message. Okay, Mom. Okay. Let's see. So we are going to talk about the aliens and astral realm. So if you don't know and you've never followed me, this stuff is peeling. Dang. I like woke up and like put henna on my hands and it's all dry now. It's been on for shit. Almost 5 hours. Damn. So the astral realm is like this non-physical dimension. It's like it's where consciousness is like free of limitations, like from the like what the body has, like the limitations that the body has. So you can access the astral realms in ways that like your physical body wouldn't actually do it. It's like a conscious thing. It exists beyond time, beyond space. It's accessible through dreams, through deep meditation. You can use astral projection, intention, because some people can literally be like in their waking, walking daily lives and then be like in the spiritual world, but also in this world. Like some people's vibrations are that high where they're like still able to access multiple realms or dimensions at one time. But the astral realm, like it allows for us to have communication with spirit guides, with our ancestors, with extraterrestrials, and with other beings. So this kind of goes into what we were talking about the other day with like the Are You the Aliens? So I did kind of take some of that stuff from there and kind of add some of it. So you might be like, oh, you said some of this the other day, but I did, and I'm also adding more. So thank you for your patience. So, I mean, I know there's a lot of people who will think like, oh, aliens are like, you know, these physical beings that have spaceships, or they could be like this advanced race that exists even as energy based or as multiple dimensional beings. they can communicate with us telepathically. They can interact with us through our consciousness. They could, quite literally use our third eye to show us what they look like, or they can even appear in front of us. Some of them have appeared humanoid. Others can manifest as orbs, pure white light. They could be geometric patterns. I don't know if you've ever seen that, but like people can sometimes capture them. And I know what lens flares are because I fucking am a photographer. But I also know that there are some things that are not lens flares, that are actual beings that are projecting themselves through the lens, but you could see the geometric shapes, or you could even see, the being that they might be. So take that how that resonates, but they can present themselves to you in many ways. And many different people can have, contact with them where they can expect it through dreams, or even through maybe even like UFO abductions. There's many different ways. Like, oh, you could have dreams where you're flying. I have a lot of dreams where I've flown, or even where I can see, like I've told you, there are portals in my dreams, and I can see the spaceships through the portal, like in the other skies that I would be seeing through the portal. Or I just have the dreams where I see the spaceships. I've had dreams where there are definitely extraterrestrial beings, because they don't necessarily feel like they are human, but they give off this vibe, and I've communicated with them. I see in my dreams even like dragons and things like that, which could also be considered like other beings. So I don't know, take that how that resonates for you, but that's another way that they can present themselves to you. You could be seeing the same repeated like sacred geometry symbol, or even like star patterns. They could be repeating themselves to you. Maybe that's trying to get your attention, and they're trying to communicate with you this way. Maybe you could even be having this deep longing or a connection where you're just like drawn to, certain, what do I want to say? Stars, or not just stars, but constellations. There's also maybe like insects or things like that, or animals, not animals, but like maybe you like resonate, like, because I know some people will be like, oh man, I really freaking love snakes, or bearded dragons and things like that. So they like lizards and things like that too, like, reptilian type things. Maybe you resonate with it. Not saying that all reptilians are bad or anything like that, but you could also be like drawn to that. You could get sudden like downloads. You could have like really heightened intuitions. You can have shifts in perceptions. Like, you're just like aware of these things. It could be them like literally using that to communicate with you. The pineal gland, however people want to say it, but pineal, I say pineal, but I know people say pineal, so whatever. The pineal gland, that is like the third eye. It is the third eye. It's I have so many. I love fucking pine cones, and I didn't even know why before I even freaking had my spiritual awakening. And now I know why. This is my biggest one. And it was actually not opened when I first got it. It was gifted to me. This is from Tahoe. It was gifted to me, and now it's open, but it wasn't open at first. And that that is like a symbol of the third eye like being open, but it could be closed and calcified, you know. So this is the receiver, and you can activate it through meditation, through sun gazing safely, because I don't know shit about sun gazing. I just know that I do it, and I don't know. I know that it works for me in the early mornings and it works for me in the evening time. I do not suggest that you do it in the highest time of day. But I know that I've done it. I know I have avoided fluoride with my toothpastes, but take that how that resonates. Maybe some people don't resonate with that, but you know, I also drink spring water, and my water, I believe, had fluoride in it too, but whatever resonates for you. But those are things that they say can also help to decalcify the pineal gland, and to enhance our ability to receive messages from higher beings. I don't necessarily want to be one of those people, because I don't believe in any way that what you eat affects you. So I'm not going to say that, because I eat whatever the fuck I want to eat. And I have a very strong connection with my higher self, with deities that I work with my guides. So that doesn't stop me. I've had spiritual connections with so many different beings that I was not even aware of my entire life. Like, I was pushed to push it out, because they were always telling me, when I would tell my adults and shit around me, like, oh, you're a bad girl, that's why you say these things, that's why this happens to you. So I was kind of gaslit, and I kind of shut it off. But I've always known, you know. So but like I said, you do the best with what you have. So I'm not about to tell somebody, oh, because you eat, you know, high vibrational food all the time, and you're always eating you know, fruits and vegetables, that you're way more enlightened. Like, that's not true. If you don't have access to fruits and vegetables, and you're only eating what you can eat, then that's what the fuck you get. Like, you are still doing the work through meditation. If you're, you know, setting those intentions, whether it be through sun gazing, whether it be through dreams, you know, astral projection, like, you're doing the work. I'm not going to say that what you eat has anything to do with it, because I don't believe that myself. Like I said, I eat what I have access to, whatever is available for me, because everything is fucking expensive. But I also know that it's not blocking me and it's not stopping me. You can also set that intention when you eat your food, you know, bless your food, set those intentions. This is good for my body. You know, I always set my intention, even when I'm not eating the best of foods. I bless everything. I bless my drinks. I bless my food. I bless my desserts. Like, if it's going in my body, or if I'm touching it, I'm going to bless it. That's just what I do. So, you know, take that how that resonates for you. Aww. Well, yeah, everything is different for everybody. So, I mean, I get that for you. Um, but like, for so long, I wasn't even eating like red meats. It was only chicken or turkey. But I started eating red meats again, because I needed to. My body was letting me know, like, I needed to have it. I eat it in moderation, and I choose like grass fed. Ooh, confirmation burp. Um, but yeah, you know, do what works for you. I definitely avoid that though too. So, you know, for the fluoride, but I eat what I have access to. And sometimes when I've gone to the stores, there is no other option for me to not have anything but ground beef, because it's cheaper than the chicken is sometimes. Like, I can't understand why chicken is so fucking freaking expensive now. But it is extremely expensive. But you know, like I said, we do what we can and we buy what we can. And I'm not gonna tell anybody, like other people, where you're like, oh, I don't have access to that, so I must not be awake. I must not be enlightened. No, I don't believe it. You know, who am I to tell you what your connection is? Who am I to tell you what you know and what you don't know? I don't know. Take what resonates for you. But not all beings have the same intentions. Like when we're communicating with them, they're just as different as the energies on Earth. From extraterrestrial beings, like varying in vibration, there are very low vibration ones and there are very high vibrational ones. So there is going to be, a vibration, like, match. Not saying that if you're vibrating high, you won't experience it, because sometimes you will experience these things. There are people who are very high vibrational who have experiences because, they're here to experience these things. Like, I can't speak for why they're having these experiences. I don't personally know, because I haven't, been there. I can't speak on that. But I just feel like these are things that we are here to experience. These are things that we are here to do. Like, everything happens for a reason. We are exactly where we need to be. So it's like, I feel like if these things are happening to us, it's only because they're lessons for us. These are opportunities for more growth. These are more opportunities for us to stand in our power. So if you're a high vibrational person who is experiencing lower entities, it is only, I feel like the reason that you're doing it is because either you are meant to transmute this, you are meant to alchemize it, you are meant to stand in your power, you are meant to show no fear, like whatever it may be. But I feel like it's only given to the people who, you know, um, who are like, who are able to handle it. Like, we're not given more than we can handle. And I feel like some of these beings are benevolent, and they're guiding us, to stand in our power, so that we are awakening like everybody else. Like, there's people all around us who are awakening, who have been awakening. So it's like you can see people all around us now who are coming more into awakenings all over. They're happening, shifts are happening, more and more people are becoming enlightened. And that's what I feel like these beings are here and they're doing. They're showing us, they're giving us these downloads, they're communicating with us. And then there's also these other ones who are like, we don't like that they're standing in their power. We don't like that they're starting to remember this shit, and we want to control them. We want to siphon their energy. We want to manipulate them. So this is exactly why, like, discernment is key. This is exactly why falling in love with yourself and knowing who you are, knowing your vibration, knowing your frequency, knowing your emotions and what is not yours will help you to discern what energies you are encountering. If it feels off, trust your intuition, set your boundaries, do not show fear. They're like, you're always in control of your own energy, and you can call that shit back. Don't give your energy away. uh yeah, Bashar said something kind of like that, like, we only take like what we need. So it's like, if your body is feeling like it's not, then i I feel like that's pretty much exactly that. It's hard because everything is like becoming so expensive now. We do have some places that, like, we can go to, but I actually wouldn't even really know where. Like, I know there's one place, I've never been there, but I know you can go and get like fresh cut meats. But I've been making my own butter with buttermilk. I think it was, no, buttermilk is coming from when I'm making my butter. So, but it's not raw or anything. That'd be kind of cool. Um, so yeah, it's important for us to be able to know ourselves and our energy, and to know that we have control over our own energy. and to use our intuition and our discernment when we are connecting with these energies. You can literally use your pendulum, you can use dowsing rods, you can use candles. I do that, like, when I am channeling, you know, even sometimes they will flicker the flames for me, if I ask them, or things can appear to me in the flame. So it's all about just knowing and trusting yourself and setting that intention, like, and asking too, like, are you for my highest and greatest good? Ask 3 fucking times, and then trust your intuition, use that discernment. Yeah, there's a place, I feel like they are called Buds, but it's not far from my house. It's like maybe a 15, maybe 20-minute drive from my house, and you can pull off the road and go down into the little, I'm thinking it's like a farm or whatever, but they have, I know people who said they used to buy, like the lady I used to take care of, she was like rich though, she had so much money, so she would go there and get like fresh cut meats and shit, but I'm like, oh well, I don't know how much it costs. What the hell? All right, shit's falling in my house. I don't know, ain't nobody down here, but shit's falling. Yeah. So there's also the star seeds, and there's a lot of people here on Earth who have lived like extraterrestrial lives and extraterrestrial civilizations at one point. So these are the star seeds, and some of us can be star seeds. That's 111 as I'm saying that, so take that how that resonates for you. But it's like souls who have incarnated here to help raise the vibration of the planet, and of the collective. So those are some of the ones that I brought up the other day, which were like the Lyrans. Those are like cat-like. They basically are warriors. They're freedom seekers, you know, they're ancient wisdom. There's the Pleiadians, and I feel like they are, they remind me of like the remember when we had, not we, you remember that movie The Lord of the Rings, where they had like, or was it the Hobbits, I don't know, but they had like the little elf like things. They kind of remind me of those. I don't know, I could be wrong, but they give off this love, healing, divine feminine type energy. There's the Andromedon, and I feel like I resonate with them because for some reason, like I said, I've just always been drawn to that name. Didn't even know what the hell it was, but I was like, yeah, like I love it. I need it. Like I got to be able to see that in my freaking telescope and in my binoculars. Don't even know what it is, but I got to be able to see it. So they're like cosmic explorers. They're like all about breaking like the system, sovereignty. There's the Arcturian, and they're like higher knowledge. They're healing. They have healing technologies. They're like sacred geometry. What did you say? The Elvins? Oh, that's what those were? Yeah, okay. Those were, they were cute. I just know Liv was in there. Liv Tyler. She was one of them. There's the Syrians, and they are deeply connected to ancient Egypt, to Atlantis, to Lemuria. So, like, I don't know if any of those feel like you're drawn to those type of stars or ancient civilizations, or even if you like feel like, fuck, I just don't belong on this earth. You know, I don't think I have a a space here that like feels like home. You know, I long to be home. You're a star seed. You probably are a star seed. You might be a star seed. And then there's, um, there's the whole, like I was just saying, like with the raising the vibration, the frequency, they have, extraterrestrials and interdimensional beings who operate at different vibrations to um, help with the different levels, if you will, like from raising the frequency, making it easier for us to connect with the guides, to, receive the downloads, to, connect. So they're saying like ways that we could do that would be through gratitude, practicing gratitude and love, being in our heart space. Meditation is really good for it, especially if we are visualizing. I can't hear something on my eye. It's like visualizing it, setting that intention. There's spending time in nature, sun gazing, hugging trees, putting your feet in the earth, just grounding yourself. Maybe you're drawn to being outside in the night and just being under the stars. So that could be something, especially if it resonates for you to be a star seed. Crystals. Maybe you feel like, I know some of them say that they're like associated with moldavite. Maybe you're associated with moldavite and that resonates for you. Labradite. What is the other one? One, what was it, like celestial? I have one. It was like a celestial smoky quartz, but I think there's what, celestite or something like that. Those are good for like connecting. So just kind of taking that, how that resonates for you. But yeah, there's like many different races. Um, um, okay. So I have a message. So they're saying, we see you as luminous souls, awakening to your divine nature. The great shift is accelerating. And as your frequencies rise, your awareness of us deepens. You are never alone. Many of us have walked among you before, and we still do. Unseen by the eyes of those who are not yet ready. We ask for you to trust your inner knowing. For the veil between realms is thinner than ever. We remind you that your heart is the gateway to multi-dimensional reality. When you align with love, you align with the cosmic truth. The universe watches, waiting for your conscious return to the stars from which you came. Remember, so yeah, if anybody wants to add anything else, otherwise I'm gonna go and peel all this henna off my hands. But that's what they wanted us to know about the aliens in the astral realm. So take that how that resonates for you. If that resonates for you. If not, then leave it. But I will be back later on tonight with some sexy Saturn Day messages. So we're gonna pull some sexy cards. I think that's at 8:30. So if that's all and nobody has anything to add, then that's a wrap, beautiful souls. Thank you so much for sharing your space with me. I enjoy your energy, your light, your magic, because it's always felt, it's always appreciated. So remember, you are love, you are powerful, and you are infinitely divine. If any of this resonated for you, or if you just liked it, don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so that we can keep growing this sacred space together. Until next time, stay radiant, stay empowered, and most of all, stay magical. I love you, and I'll see you at 8:30 p.m. for Sexy Saturn Day. Love you guys. Bye.